Right, how do people? Back in the barn, we're back with the T-dub. And I also bought the other day a new set of lights for her. Front and rear markers and indicators, because she has, well, they've been knackered for a good while. They're all corroded and stuff inside, so that's my sender unit. So yeah, it's about time she's yeah. Yes, as I was saying, now when you put your foot on the brakes, all the indicators come on as well, so we've obviously got an earth fault there. So I thought it was about time I did the job properly and get some new lights for her. I use male tractors on eBay. Very prompt. They come in about 3 days, I think. You see reasonable prices. The front ones there, pair of front ones for £23, and then we've got a pair of rear ones for £21, and then we've got a yeah, temperature sender, because the temperature gauge has stopped working. I think it's the sender rather than the gauge, so so I've got a sender, put on her and all. Let's hope we've got the right one. But no, quite happy with mail. Good prompt service. Yeah, can't argue with that. Nice and prompt service. So well, I'll unwrap these lights and we will get them on. We've also had a delivery yesterday from Auxbeam. As you may remember, about a month and a half ago, about 6 weeks ago, I mentioned Auxbeam got hold of me about doing some product reviews. Now they've finally sent these H7 LED bulbs to have a look at, and they'll be coming in a future video. We've got that type with the multiple LEDs, and then we've got the this one here with the cob type LED, and we've got cooling, well, heat sink with cooling fan on the bottom. So it'll be very interesting to see how they perform against these ones. These are good old eBay ones, H7s again. No cooling sinks on them, but again, I did try. So you got 4 up there in it, and 3 arranged in 4 sections around the bulb. And I did try these in one of the loaders, actually, just as a quick test to see what it was like. And to be honest, they were rubbish. So I didn't go any further than that. So it'll be very interesting to see how good the Auxbeam ones are. Like I say, that'll be in a future video. I will do a review of those. And I've had no end of comments about the concrete in this workshop. Quite why that one's gone so mad as it has, I don't know. It's is it over 250,000 views? I think it's somewhere around there. Like I say, quite why it's gone as mad as that, I'm not sure, but there you go, it's YouTube for you. Anyway, I've had no end of comments saying we put the concrete down too thin and it will crack up within no time at all. Now I suppose most of the people commenting on this video probably don't watch any of my others, so, but for the benefit of the ones that have watched that and commented about the thickness of the concrete, proof's in the pudding. These 2 bits here, this slab here and this slab here, yeah, I think that was about as far as that had come. It might have come to about here. It was already concrete. It already got about 6 inches of concrete down already. So we wanted to bring the whole level of the shed up. So what we did is we just put about I think we were about 3 inches up by the wall there, and as we come down we sloped it just ever so slightly towards the door. So this end here, which didn't have no rebar, and we didn't put any rebar in this end because it had already got 6 inches of concrete down already. When we dropped off the concrete from about here onwards, we then moved up to about 6 inches of new concrete we laid, and that was that did have mesh in it. But as you can see, it's been down nearly a year, no cracks. Well, it ain't gonna crack because it's got 6 inches. Well, it's got about 8 inches of concrete there, so that has answered that one, because there's been quite a few people commenting about that, the lack of thickness of the concrete. Right, it's the next day. We had to give up last night, and we are well, this one's about ready to go on. I've just tested it, make sure everything works. I've got my 2 helpers today. Well, I've got Santa, or Mrs. Santa, which is Penny. Hello, Penny. Just a minute. And I've got Flodgy as lead reindeer. You want Penny Pert? Penny's dressed up as Santa. Thank you, Penny. Yeah, there's Flodger. She's Rudolph without the red nose. Ain't you, Flodge? He's sorting her out. There you go. You good girl, your Pen? Eh? Or Mr. Santa? Any Pen? Yes, Penny. Good girl. Right, anyway, I've got my helpers with me, so we will crack on. I've just tested this, and she's all working. I need to tuck that all in fairly nicely, and that should sit in there quite nice. I've done to that one. These ones here, not sure what the idea of these massive spay terminals is, but they're too big for the females to females won't swallow all the metal, so there'll be some bare metal on display. That one was in well, wasn't it? Ah, back pen. What have you done with your head? Oh, that's a good start. Get a brush for that. Stay there. Where's my brush gone? There it is. I'll just brush that under the bench for a minute. So the dog's walking around on it. Stay there, Pen. I should have another one of them. Don't really want that going in there. Paws. You don't want that in your paws, do you, Pen? Eh? Yeah, so we're at Christmas Eve at the minute. I'll come in just to do the last few bits on here and give her a run, just so that that'll be your present. Your present from me. I've got the offside done. Offside. I'm talking to the camera. Got the offside one done. That all works. Seems to work alright. Just got to find out what's what on here. So I've got the old multimeter out. Can I have side lights, please? Very useful tool, the old multimeter. The side light's not on. No, it's your work lights. Turn that off. Where the opposite side of the key, on the left. Oh, I'll go and do it. You ought to know where it is. Seems you drive forwards. Yeah, that one. One click.
Ah, I've done it now.
You've done it now. No, you ain't. Huh? Watch out, Flodge.
If I do that, I've got headlights.
Yeah, no, leave that. We still seem to have a problem then, because that was working when I tested it. That was before I put it in here though, so. Don't know what's going on now. I am sure. Because the problem was this side. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Before I put that light fully in, that was all working. Hey, get that. We've got dodgy earth, that's why. See, we've got 11.5 volts there. Down on the earth here, we've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right, I've narrowed it down to poor earths coming off the wire in there. So what we shall do is we'll earth it here on the mounting bolts. We get good earth from there, so that is what we will do. Yeah, when you earth it to the mounting bolt there, everything works as it should, doesn't it? Huh? Sure things are big enough for a 10mm. We will find out. No, not quite. Oh. Trouble is you can never drill them out. Pain in the proverbial. You cut that, trim that off. It's only now, so it ain't going to hurt being left like that. Then I'll use one of these. Don't really want to get, I want a blue one. Use one of them, that'd be right. That'd be alright. When it Pen? Oh, Pen's lost a Santa costume. Ain't you, Pen? It's not too great a fan of being Santa. Flodger's, there's Flodger, you can just see her. Oh, Flodge! She's laying on the seat hoping we're going to go out. She's banking that we're going to go out and she's going to stay in there so that she doesn't miss out. That's her plan. What we're doing, I don't want that one, do I? This is the one I want to earth out. There we go. Nip that up again, and that'll be the rears done. Just got to do the same that side. So we're going to look at the fronts. Like so. Now, sticking out, get in there. There we go. Can you grab me the lens and screwdriver, please? Oh, that's on the tyre. Cool. Yeah. There we go. Do the same this side. Out of the way. What's up with Pen?
Shivering.
She?
Yeah.
She ain't cold.
No. Then what's up with that?
What is it, Pen? What?
Making sure they work.
Yeah. There's a wanky flodger tail. Right, let's give it a test. Righto, side lights. What's that? What? Oh, bloody hell. Off a minute. Indicator. Left indicate. What's going on here then? Off. Brakes. Off. I think I've been a massive cock. I'll have to check and get back to it now. Silly mistake on my part. I put them on the wrong way round. So I just flip the bulb holders round, and we should be doing what we ought to be doing. That's brakes, and obviously no, that's side lights. Yeah. Off everything off a minute. No, I know what I've done there. I know what I've done. On the wiring for these, the wiring doesn't match up, so I've just swapped over the side light and side light on the brake light by mistake. That in there, that'll be that good. Right, side lights then. Yep. Left indicate. Right indicate. Brake lights. Smashing. Lovely jubbly, yeah, thank you. Well, we've got that bit right at last. Now time to have a look at the front lights.